People are back in chat that are here. Hello again.
Hello.
Thank you
Welcome
for
back.
coming back or hanging out or whatever.
I appreciate you.
Yes. We're getting into the bracket. We're getting to the
Smart.
spicy stuff.
You loyal.
Yeah.
All right, so we see Sunek with that patented tried and true heavy again, getting a lot of great kills, great matches over the course of this tournament. I'm hoping to see more from him to this set.
Yeah, and we do have a very similar comp that we've been seeing from maybe later this whole time. The Kensa Undercover, the Kensa Splatter Shot, the Kensa Pro, and the Backlining Heavy.
And here you see Vanessa getting pressured by that torpedo. That's exactly what it's there for. It's not there for the end zaps and the Kensa splatter shots. It's there for the dynamos and the blasters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the ones that actually have to put a lot of attention on making sure that they don't get hurt by it.
Right.
And wasting a lot of ink. Those ink guzzling weapons are just, those are the ones that you really want to put the pressure on with those torpedoes.
And Muna's pulling out the Stingray, Swiggity Sooty, going for that booty.
In a very dangerous spot too. It does look like they got taken out.
They did get taken out, yeah.
And I want to say this is a stop push. 63 isn't bad for about a minute in. But, you know, it's anyone's game still.
Yeah, it's still very much a game of specials and game of map control. This map is looking pretty yellow right now.
Yeah, but as it looks yellow, our lovely blue team TentAttack is making a comeback, getting some control on their side. The bridge is still definitely very yellow. We see some jumpers coming in.
Oh, nice. I didn't even see that one coming.
That's what Ninja Squid does. Yeah, but it looks like Muna is going to be pushed way back by the Booyah Bomb.
But
very
it's
smart,
also much,
Yeah, very smart placement, but it gives them a wonderful opportunity to use the Stingray, get a pick in spawn, and that is a 3 down. Just the Kensa. Yes, the Kensa Undercover is about to have and use their
armor
special, and that's going to allow maybe later to be able to really push back in a safe way, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, TentAttack's coming in with a pretty strong push. They counter with their own armor as Vanessa drops one on them. Oh, Sunek with the nice splashdown snipe. As you can see, doesn't have a lot of doesn't have as much armor as it used to have, so it's pretty vulnerable now. You see a lot of those end up dying.
And this is really interesting. TentAttack is really smartly just kind of rotating on and off the tower, so that way they can at least keep it there, but still stay away from being vulnerable. That was a great stealth jump.
We've
and then
never seen that angle. Just coming out from the bottom of the screen, just whoop.
Yeah, and actually that was a little bit more of a dominating fashion. Do you think maybe TentAttack has kind of figured out maybe later?
I don't know. Well, Brief is a difficult gauge of skill here because they made it bigger, which means they made it a lot easier to be torn apart from your team.
Yeah, it's a little more snowbally. Yeah. Well, after that, we're going to be going into another zones map, and we're going to be going to Snapper Canal. Oh, gosh. This
is a tiny zone.
Yeah, tiny zone, big map.
Big map. I expect to see a decent amount of booyahs here. A lot of booyah bombs here.
Yeah. Oh, booyah. There's going to be so many booyahs. Like, what? How many booyahs per second?
What do you mean?
Like, how many people spamming booyah on the controller? How many per second?
75 per second, minimum.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I can already kind of see how this game is going to play out. These players seem to be pretty set in the weapons that they're going to choose.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see MHF.
Yeah,
he told me he stands for My Final Heaven, which is Tifa's final move from Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty dope. Yeah. Yeah, and he's been the flex player the whole time, so we might see him pick up the Kensa Pro because that's going to give them that consistent Booyah Bomb, and we can definitely see the possibility of the Kensa Dynamo with the Booyah Bomb as well.
Oh, yeah. I actually haven't seen Vanessa go Kensa Dynamo today, but I kind of hope she pulls it out.
Yeah, because that double Dynamo setup could counter this very heavy Splatling comp. Yes, there it is.
And as you see, Sunek's got the heavy remix for his own Booyah Bomb. We don't see any pros today.
That is very, although Yeah, now I'm really surprised the lack of Booyah Bomb. So I think our Booyah per second is going to go down significantly.
One per team I think is good enough. I don't think they wanted to double up.
Yeah.
The remix gets it too, right?
Yeah, the remix does get it. Well, I think that with this kind of a map, having 2 is really good because it means that you have 2 opportunities to get basically a free cap. Like you see, without the painting that maybe later was able to do, that was going to be a free stall on the zone.
There's My Final Heaven getting that baller in, being so deadly with the flank. I think it's probably one of the best flanking weapons in the game right now.
Yeah, and that was actually a really smart move that he made. He ended up going for the Splatling instead of trying to paint the zone because the Splatling can paint over the zone and prevent the cap, whereas if you pressure them back, you're going to be able to prevent them from painting so that way your team can cap the zone. So it was a really smart team play by MFH to be able to secure the zone. Pretty close game, though.
Maybe later's putting out their specials right now, as you see TentAttack countering in with their own.
Oh, and there goes the Dynamo in the center of the zone. That's not where you want to be. Yeah, and wow.
Yeah, maybe Sinek going in on that charger, yelling, "Be gone, thoughts."
Yeah, very, very aggressive. And, yeah, maybe later's keeping the zone very well painted, and they're just picking off anyone trying to come in. Looks like TentAttack needs to kind of wait for their friends to come back so that way they can really put a good pressure on the zone. That is the lead going in the favor of maybe later.
Nice pick from Juicy. Unfortunately, gets popped immediately by that Flash Blaster.
Yeah. However, we do have the heavy remix is putting in a very big. I want to call it an ink strike still. It's so bad.
But
the
maybe
Booyah Bomb.
coming up quickly on that timer, they might be able to get a decent lead here. Hopefully, they can secure zone. Take back that. Wow, that was a very clutch kill right there.
Yeah, but it's still maybe later zone, and they're getting all the way down to 5-4. Oh, stopped at 4.
They might do it.
And there's the knockout.
They really did it to him.
Yeah, they did it to him.
So here we have a repeat, a 1-to-1 game right here.
They didn't win the same mode. Well, TentAttack won the non-spot zones modes.
Right.
And maybe later won spot zones last time. So once again, maybe later taking spot zones. Let's see, though, if they can take one of the other game types. Because they did play all 3 of the others and did lose them. So it might be that they're just better at spot zones than the other modes.
Yeah, I think they've been playing a lot of BNS on those spot zones weeks. This is Rainmaker Mako Mart.
Yes.
Now, I am a huge fan of Rainmaker Mako Mart because they have both equally good push pathways to goal, and it is just chaos over the last 40 points. Absolute
chaos. And so the slow burn route, pretty good. It's standard. It's still very exciting. But then if you're going that quick route, that is where all the good action happens. Like you're getting yes, the spawn is right above you, but you can defend it really well, and there's a lot of places to hide. It allows for a very strategic, aggressive push through that area. And if you don't know how to deal with it or don't have the right weapons to deal with it, you might be screwed because they just sneak right by you.
Right. That right side is ideal for having a Stingray and or another special with it. And you can really just immediately get to 20 that way.
Oh, yeah.
If you're not careful on defending.
Yeah. And, of course, the Volcano is much closer on that side anyway, too.
Yeah.
So it makes it really good. We're heading right in. It looks like people readied up pretty quickly. We got some thumbs up on the screen. Make some noise in the chat for this Game 3. We have a tight one here. Going back to the brush, though. Interesting.
So let's look at that comp. They're sticking pretty similar to it. Looks like maybe later's very particular about having armor this time. I don't think we saw a lot of the junior come out, but now we're seeing it. They do get a pick on My Final Heaven there, and Corn, good idea pressuring that snipe.
Oh, almost caught him before the jump out. That's gonna be one down right there. Another one jumped out.
I think maybe later we'll be able to get a decent amount of points from this push.
Yeah, they're probably going to go through the left side, get that slow burn push. But their missiles. The missiles are going to.
Missile.
Yeah. Oh, but it looks like they didn't come in enough time to be able to stop that. And now 2 down for maybe later. It's going to give the opportunity for TentAttack to be able to run the Rainmaker a little bit. They're going to head over to this left side and just casually head up. Yep. Good pressure from the dually squelch. I don't know if that was intentional. I don't know if.
I don't think it was.
Yeah, but that's I mean, at least it's in the center of the map. We can see that map control is pretty even right now. Like each team kind of has their own area that they're focusing on. However, this pop is going to give maybe later a great opportunity to get some map control and put some more pressure forward. But MFH is actually putting a lot of pressure and paint down. The Dynamo as well from Vanessa. So map control actually swung back the other way, and it could give a great opportunity for a TentAttack to make a push.
I'm a little bit caught up in watching this. This is a really high pressure environment right now. Both teams don't really have control, but they are hell bent on trying to get it.
Yeah, and neither team is really making those crucial picks that they need to get that map control. Like even though TentAttack did make the push forward and got the lead, they don't have map control still. It's still very much balanced.
Yeah. And wow, Muna with 2 very masterful snipes. That one was that was all muscle memory right there.
Yeah. Although the pulling out the Stingray when the missiles were already targeting you is a bit risky, but I guess Muna was rewarded for that with a great pick at the back.
They might be able to get this pop and get a decent push in.
Yeah, but the juniors just the junior and the Splatling were just hiding to be able to get that pick, and it's gonna now it's 2 down on the other side, and that just I don't know if that was a wasted push or if that was
points are points.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know if this game's going to end up at this score, and that's just going to be the rest of the game.
Yeah, but
unexpected, but
yeah, especially with something like Mako, when you can very easily that slow burn push, you can get under 40 pretty easily.
Right.
It's that after 40 that's going to be tough.
Ooh, Sune getting caught by the Hammer of Death. Probably the scariest thing to look up and see swinging at you is a Dynamo about to end your life.
Yeah, they hit like a truck too. It's not fun. Like yes, carbons will kill you really quick, but it doesn't feel like a Dynamo killing you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's okay. It's a 2v2. It's pretty close, but they're going. Yes, they're gonna. Well, because they see the opening, they have to. Oh,
they can't do anything about it though.
Yeah, especially when there's the Stingray right there and they've already taken some damage. So it does look like they have an opportunity to continue pushing though. Great pick from Vanessa. She's doing a great job of being able to.
She drops down. That's 40. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. There's those points coming up very quickly. And wow, My Final Heaven trying very hard, getting the splashdown. Trying very hard to score the Rainmaker. That's such an underrated skill in Rainmaker games. Sometimes you play enough solo, you forget that it's a thing.
Yeah. And then, looks like Rob was trying to be a bit sneaky, but got instantly popped by the exploding bomb. Right now, we do have Korn in mid, getting pressured by Vanessa's Dynamo, and gets taken out by a great arc from that swing.
Yeah, Vanessa really understands all the angles she needs to get the confirm. I don't know if she's running that thermal link. She is running thermal link, so that's really helpful. It's going to help her on every single time that she misses out.
Oh, for sure. And like one thing that's interesting is Dynamo, yes, it's not the best at playing in a lot of team comps. It's why you don't see a lot of like really top teams that favor the meta going with Dynamos, but you see these Dynamo masters that pop up like Vanessa, like some of the others that you know throughout the community, like Squirt. Like they're going to be the ones who are really pushing that weapon as specialists and making a very fun and interesting weapon to watch.
Right.
Like at least somewhat in view, and then two, just also taking everyone by surprise. Like you see so few Dynamos that you forgot how to deal with them.
Right. And shout out to also the Japanese Dynamo master, the OG Dynamon. And he had plenty of fans bringing out Dynamo in every single map, including the Inkling Open, the first one, the second one. Real master. You think they can make it?
Oh my lord. Okay, how close was that? I did not see the points. That was
guess 24.
Really close. Yeah.
That's when having 20. Jeez. They were within 16 points of a last second lead.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah, okay, maybe later really putting an 8 armors coming out from Yan. Oh my lord. That's going to be really helpful.
You'll notice the ranks are switching, so some members haven't some members have their strengths and their weaknesses on certain modes. But at the end of the day, if you're a good player, you're a good player. It doesn't matter really how much time you put into the ranked.
Yeah.
Now we got Clam Blitz on Warehouse.
Yeah.
One of my favorite maps, and I'm ambivalent about Clam Blitz.
I mean, that's good, kind of being in the middle. Frankly, this is one of the game types where I really think that the baller strategy was it was one of the earliest maps where the baller strategy was one of the most important parts of the map.
Right.
Because you could try and do bubbles to get in, but one of the best ways was to just send someone with a baller across the slick, because it's so hard to even push through the slick without getting a lot of pressure and getting splatted. So having that baller to just get through and be able to get jumps in was always super helpful, and it just cleared out that pit area because it had such a big explosion.
My one issue with Walleye is that it's fundamentally unchanged from Splat 1.
Yeah.
But there's so much that's changed about it, that about the game, that they really should have taken into account.
Yeah, it was balanced around Splatoon 1 specials, not Splatoon 2 specials. And even though Splatoon 1 specials, say for like a Killer Whale and a Ink Strike, were a lot, and Bomb Rush more or less stayed the same as Bomb Launcher.
Yeah, they were overpowered.
The rest of them were way more powerful than anything we have in Splatoon 2. Like, even Stingray, I would say Stingray pales in comparison to a Kraken or a Bubble, because those would shrug off a Stingray like nothing.
Right. No, Bubble ends games. Krakens end games.
Yeah, it's so just the difference in how the specials are balanced makes Walleye fundamentally like really lopsided map now, as opposed to being what was the balanced map in Splatoon 1.
Right. Like, two good teams on Walleye may not even look like two good teams against each other, because one good team gets one lucky player or one good push, and they look like they're dominating.
Yeah. But we'll see who pulls off the better match. Usually this is a really high Stingray map, but it's Clam Blitz, where Stingray is probably the weakest of all the modes.
Right.
So do we see Stingrays, or do we see...
No, we don't see any Stingrays coming from maybe later. I think we see just the one from TentAttack with the
Charger. Yeah, but I mean, that or a Bomb Rush and a wall, like, you're gonna go with the vanilla Splat Charger. It's the one. It's way better than the variant, and there's no real other option besides the Fire Fin. So
we actually do want to go back to Mango mode. We actually did see Muty pick out the Kenta Charger, Charger, because she wanted to stick with that double baller comp.
Yeah. I always forget that the Kenta Charger exists, just because it's such an odd weapon and you never see it played, because it doesn't really synergize well. The baller does not really work well on a Charger. Yes, Sprinkler is great on a Charger, but when your special is something that doesn't synergize well, it takes a lot away from the kit.
Well, we see maybe later hoarding all the clams. The Stinger is going to come out and chase that one power clam around.
Yeah, and they're actually doing a really good job of avoiding it. And as I say that, they get... Oh, no, they don't get taken out. They just pass the clam. That was a smart move to be able to draw attention away.
Wow, and he might be able to get a push in. Oh, the Booyah Bomb. That was smart, but he still gets his armor taken out.
Oh, no. Look where it ended up.
Oh, that's the worst place for it to end up.
Oh, no. And they only have the 8 clams that the baller has over in their spawn. And the baller's going to get taken out pretty quickly. That's the end of that push.
No questionable use of resources there.
Yeah. Well, maybe he had... Oh. Ooh. Almost the double. Almost the double.
You know, talking to MFH in the break, he said, I was talking to him about him picking up the brush, and he said, yeah, it's an easy weapon for him, which I question, because I think it's one of those weapons where you actually need to think a lot about your placement. And as you can see, when he lost that 1v1, his placement was the thing that actually caused his death there.
Well, he came out of a... Oh, that was a great bomb from Korn, kind of sneaking it right behind the Chargers. That way they couldn't really escape, so they were either going to just get taken out by the shots from their gun or by their bomb. And
there's the first clam.
Yep, and they have a ton of clams in reserve too, but unfortunately they all get taken out. Yeah. Like that's the thing on this map, is because it's a pit where the goal is. Like, you can't really do much without getting picks first. You have to clear it out, or else you're just going to get taken out by a rogue like Splatling Shot or whatever happens.
Here's TentAttack coming with the counter push.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob VSF immediately charging that missiles and actually getting picked. And there you see the power of the missiles. You don't really have to do much in terms of skill, but you will provide the pressure you want to provide with them.
Exactly. And it looks like, okay, Sinek is going to use his Booyah Bomb to try and clear out some space in the center. The Charger,
double.
Nice.
And
but
Vanessa getting the back cap.
This is not good. This is going to be a lot of points for TentAttack.
And wow, what good timing for My Final Heaven.
Yeah, but he's the only one with clams right now, so it's not going to really finish the push. Having that baller is mostly to try and stay alive a bit longer.
Still anyone's game at this point.
Yeah. Because maybe later has a lot of power clams ready to go, and they can very easily, as I say that, make the second clam. And they're gonna have a baller too, so like it really isn't like there's no way it's over for them. I think if they get both in, they're just gonna take the lead right there.
So maybe later's actually only down by 22 points, and if you think about that, that's one power clam and one clam. That could, if nothing changes for the rest of this game, that could go down to the very last. That could go down to overtime. And it's anyone's game at this point. But we do see TentAttack get a little bit of momentum with the clam there.
Yeah. And it looks like they just have, with 1 minute left, they just have the one power clam back in base. I don't know if they're going to make a huge push forward or if they're going to really kind of hang out and just chill. It's a 2v2 right now.
If this was team deathmatch, I think both teams would be going to game 5 at this point because they're very evenly matched when it comes to being able to attack each other in these 1v1s.
Yeah, and Muna missing a few crucial snipes. That's gonna that leads to them getting taken out, and it looks like Yan is able to get in a really favorable position to be able to put pressure and at least get back some semblance of map control.
Right, all four maybe later just push back into that goal area.
Yeah, it's not letting them build up the clams that they need to be able to make that push, but this Booyah Bomb might be able to change that. Looks like Yan has all but the one clam he needs to make the power clam.
They have the numbers, but it's 10 seconds left. The Stingray's coming out for the power clam. No one dead yet. This might go down to the wire, just like I described.
Yeah, and they have, think about it, they have all of these clams. All they need is to get one person in with the power clam, and then the other person, oh my god.
Juicy maybe holding on to that Booyah Bomb for way too long, I believe.
Yeah, and this is going to be a jump in and GG's right here. Oh, no, that was an, oh, nope, they didn't jump in.
There we go. I think Vanessa's going to be able to, they don't even have to.
Yeah.
All right, so TentAttack taking this 3-1.
Yeah.
Very well played.
Yeah, really, really close match. It looks like it was the same story as the previous match where maybe later was able to get that zones game, but TentAttack was able to take all the other modes. And it shows a good mastery in being well-rounded, being able to adjust to especially those moving objectives, which are always are a bit more difficult to really wrap your head around and be very on top of and be able to capitalize on.